Hey guys, welcome back to Fortune Finds. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions of some Tarte goodies that I got. If you know me, if you're like one of my girlfriends, you know that like I'm not the biggest Tarte advocate. Like there's some things that I love from Tarte, like the Tarte Tape Shape, obsessed with that. That's my favorite concealer. I like their lip scrub that I've used. I love their maracuja oil. My mom and I are like obsessed with it. I bought my mom the huge bottle and I have the travel size bottle, which has literally lasted me for the last like 6 months. So there are some Tarte products that I love. I've never really fallen in love with any of their shadows or any of their other products, but all the more reason to give you guys this video and make this video. So without further ado, let's get on to the makeup tutorial. I've already gone ahead. I primed my face using the Korres Greek Yogurt Smoothie Face Primer. Moisturized my eyes using the Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm. So that is currently on my face right now, and I'm gonna take you through the Tarte products. So our first Tarte product is the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation. The only stick foundation that I've ever like really fallen in love with is the Hourglass Vanishing Stick Foundation. That is like my all-time favorite. We're just gonna draw all over our face. I'm gonna be using this super cute Tarte foundation brush. I'm just gonna use this to push that into the skin. I feel like it needs to be like shorter and denser, but we'll see how it does the job. So that's one layer of foundation. I need a little bit more coverage, so I'm gonna throw another layer on. You can still see like the redness poking through my skin. And we can go ahead and get rid of that with concealer, which we will do, but I think we just need a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this layer with my beauty sponge. I don't really feel like it is packing more of a punch with the Beauty Blender, but I do kind of feel like the brush is like taking away. I feel like it's making it more sheer. So I would say this isn't like a totally full coverage foundation. I would say like this is more medium to light, and I don't really feel like it built up that much. So let's see if we can hide those imperfections that are peeking out with the concealer. So this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer, and I am in the shade Light Neutral. And just blending that in. I will say that this is a hydrating concealer. It kind of has the same consistency as the Tarte Tape Shape, but I don't think there's as much coverage. This is kind of like a little more sheer than Tarte Tape Shape. So I'm just gonna set my face using my Laura Mercier powder. All right, I'm gonna jump off camera. I'm gonna throw on my brows, which you don't need to see. It's not Tarte related, so I'm just gonna throw them on. You guys know how I do my brows by now. Let's move on to the eyes. I'm going to prime my eyes using the 24-Hour Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer by Too Faced. So, sad, but also like funny looking back on it now story. When I purchased this allotment of Tarte products, I opened the pan and there was like some fallout around the shadow. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this whole debacle go down in real time. I blew on the fallout and the entire shadow like fell out of the pan. Like I didn't drop the shadow, it just fell out of the pan from me simply blowing on it. And this is what it looks like. So that's the only shadow that I have. So we're going for a shimmery, bright gold look, but we can't just throw gold on the eyes. We need to seriously blend it out. So I'm gonna be going into a palette that is discontinued by Too Faced. And I feel like I can do this because it's not a Tarte shadow palette, and any other video, if I did this, I would feel bad using a palette that is discontinued. But Here we go. So grab any palette that has some browns. I'm going to be using these two browns right here. So a darker brown and like somewhat of like a coppery shimmer brown. And you know what, we're gonna use like this chalky off-white color as the transition shade. Grabbing that off-white shade and just throwing it all over the lid. Using the same brush, I'm going to be grabbing this coppery brown shade right here. Throw that in the lid. I'm gonna throw that in the crease, not the lid, Fortune, not the lid. I'm going to grab a tighter blending brush and we're gonna take this darker brown shade. And I'm gonna keep this to the outer third and just pushing that in. And then you can take the excess, do not dip it in again, and just bring it in to the innermost corner of the lid. Flat shadow brush. I'm going to carefully dip into this Tarte gold shadow. This is called Hussy, which I'm obsessed with the name. I think it's so cute, super like pigmented looking. So I'm gonna tap off the excess, just pat it on the lid, and maybe start where the dark corner ends. So on the inner corner. Well, the majority of the lid, just pat that in. This is so dramatic in the pan, and it's not showing up as dramatic on my eye. So I'm gonna wet my brush using some Fix Plus. I knew from when it fell out of the pan that it was gonna be really pigmented and really, I hate this word, and as do most people, but it's a very like moist shadow. Definitely like giving that ultra glam vibe. Once you're happy with the amount of gold on your lids, we're gonna go back in with that darker brown shade. I'm gonna stamp it right where the gold and the brown meet, just to redefine that edge. Me like tiger vibes, cat eye vibes, duh. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with that lighter brown that we used, the first shade that we used. I'm gonna take that on the same type blending brush, just like wipe it off on the back of your hand, and I'm just gonna put that all in the crease, like we did in the beginning, just to blend out the shadows up top. I think we need to highlight the brow bone just because like I always highlight the brow bone. So I'm just gonna take this lighter shimmer color in this palette. I'm just gonna throw that on with my finger. I'm gonna grab the Tiger's Eye color on that tight blending brush and I'm just gonna buff it out underneath the eye. And taking that same highlighting shade that you took for your brow bone, I'm just gonna put it on the inner corner using my finger. I'm gonna throw on some liner, lashes, and I'll be right back. All right guys, and there are the eyes complete. I threw on a very modest wing liner, and then I threw on my Ardell Natural Lashes in 110. You should know the drill by now. Those are like the only lashes I've used in any of these videos. And you like my shirt? It says girl power. Go girls, and boys though. Go everyone. Spread the love. To be totally honest, I'm a little scared to try this product. Although I have not used it. This is the Tarte Cheek Stain in the shade Tipsy. I've been dying to try like a cheek stain for the summer. I feel like it just gives you like a more dewy, natural look. But when you apply this, it kind of looks like highlighter. Can you see that? Like that doesn't really look like a blush. It kind of looks like a highlight. So I'm gonna try and apply it to the cheeks. I'm a little nervous, but as a backup, I do have this Tarte powder blush in the shade Feisty. So we might end up using this. I don't know. I'm a little worried about this, to be honest. All right, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put some on my finger and I'm just gonna tap it, smile and tap it on the apples of my cheeks. Oh. Can you see that? I don't know. And just bring it up. Is it doing anything? See it. It's a very like modest shade. Okay. I don't hate that. But this product I'm super excited to try. Oh my god. It's the Lip Architect, and it comes with a lipstick and a lip liner in this tube, and it has the cutest like smoochy kisses on both sides. Oh my god, it's adorable. So one side is a lipstick and one side is a liner. Lining our lips first. And now using the lipstick side. Now let's go in with that blush. So again, this is the Tarte blush in the shade Feisty. So just taking a brush, I'm just gonna sweep that over what we did. Yeah, that's much better. So I think I put a little too much blush on. So I'm just gonna take some translucent powder and I'm just gonna dust that over. And see, it like blends it in a little bit more. So you can really like fix things with some translucent powder. It will really bring anything that you don't like down. Let's set our face. I'm using Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water, and I'm just gonna spritz this all over the face. All right guys, and this is the finished makeup look. I really like it. I actually love the blush now that we toned it down a little bit. I think the shade is stunning. I love the pink. It's such a pretty wash of pink, and I feel like it's very youthful and brightening. This Tipsy blush, I feel like if you were just to put on some like tinted moisturizer, throw this on and some mascara, like this would be great. I feel like this is a good summer buy. This is a really good color, and I will totally be using this more. Foundation is not awful. If I'm being totally honest, I expected it to be a lot worse. It's not awful. Does it compare to the Hourglass Vanishing Stick? No. That's like the best stick foundation I've ever used, probably will ever use. It's such full coverage and so beautiful. This one is more light to medium, and again, it built up a little bit, but it didn't build up like so noticeably. So this, I'll use it, but I will not be repurchasing this. This concealer, I don't love it, I don't hate it. It's kind of like drying out on my inner corners, you can kind of see, and it didn't really hide. Like, I don't really have too bad of dark circles, but you can see like the shadow underneath my eye, and I did apply a hefty amount, so I can't say that I love this. I will say that Tarte's Tape Shape is much better. It's not like awful, I just don't love it. This is such a cute brush, but I don't really like it. I felt like it was kind of taking off the product as I was like blending my foundation, so I can't say that I love this. The Hussy Shadow, obsessed with it. I think it's such a pretty gold. If you need a bright, shiny, pigmented gold, it's great. The formula is amazing, although I'm still kind of bitter that it fell out and like exploded everywhere. It's very moist. It's very pigmented, and it feels really nice on the lid. I think that this is a great nude. For anyone that likes a peachy-ish nude, it's beautiful. I love that it's dual. I love that it has a liner and a lipstick all in one. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to think like when you're running to get your bag together, like, oh, what lipstick do I want to wear today? This one. And what liner goes with it? This one. You could just pick this up and you're set. So I love this. It is a lipstick. It's not matte. So if you're into matte lips, this might not be for you. For me, I haven't really been loving matte lipsticks that much. I feel like it's super dry, and I don't know. I was a matte lipstick fan for like a hot minute. It didn't really last very long. I've always been a diehard like lipstick cream. I like my lips to feel hydrated. I have very dry lips. I don't know what it is. No matter how much water I drink or how much Vaseline I put all over them, it doesn't matter. So I really like this. I think that's all of the Tarte products that we used today. So if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. Leave me some love in the comments. Let me know if you own any of these Tarte products. Let me know if you have any like die-hard Tarte products that you use on a day-to-day basis. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would love for you to be a part of my little Fortune Finds family. Be sure to click the bell button. This way you get a notification every time I upload here on my channel. And yeah, I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Mwah.